Well, hello there. It is a dreary Saturday, just before noon here in Astoria, Oregon. I currently am ailing from a weapons-grade hangover. Did it to myself. There will be no sympathy or mercy today. Yesterday was my very last day of work at the Fort George Brewery as a sales representative, or in general. But I worked there for precisely 2 years. For a year, I was a delivery driver. I liked that quite a lot, but I am old and my back hurts. So they shifted me up to sales, and I did a good job. It just wasn't for me. But I'm very proud of myself for doing something outside of my comfort zone for so long. And I'm going to take about maybe a month or so off of steady work. I got a part-time job working for my buddy who owns a record store here in town. It's called The Lonely Crab Record Shop. If you're in Astoria, swing on in. But yeah, so went out and celebrated, went and saw a friend's band play. And the headliner is this local group. I mean, they're both local groups, but the headliner is this group called Cherry Choke. Man, they are slutty. They are so fucking good and truly outside of the realm of what I typically listen to. It's really hard to describe. They kind of morph depending on who's able to play that night. The lead singer is this guy named Connor, who has a sultry singing voice. It's very, I don't know, I want to say acrobatic R&B kind of vocal stylings. And then our buddy Betts kind of does a little bit of everything. He plays guitar. They were out of drummers, so they had a drum machine, which was awesome. And then they have a new keyboardist. I can't remember her name, but it was really good. I don't think they have any material recorded yet. I think they just play live. So, yeah, Cherry Choke. Check that out. I'm going to try that old hair of the dog thing. I'm not really one for it much, but I'm unemployed. Sort of. So, isn't this what you do? How are you guys doing today? Good, I hope. All right, little mug of beer, do your job. I'm listening to a downright delightful cassette right now. Came in a plastic baggie with a little tea candle and a folded up piece of paper. This is a French project called Elixir. Elixir goes back to maybe 2013, 14. I think this came out in 2016. This album is called The Mage of Bright Forest. So this version, I cannot find anywhere online, so I don't know if this is like a bootleg or if it's an incomplete set or if it's just rarer. Looks like there were only 22 of them made, so maybe they're just not online. I do not know. Regardless, this is a delightful little romp through enchanted lands where good and evil, yada yada yada, yada 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 yada. I got that in a really cool mini lot from one Zach Millerin. Zach had posted a few lots. My buddy Severn tipped me off because it was mostly dungeon synth, and that is very much on brand for old Jono. Here are the cassettes that I got along with Elixir. I knew nothing about any of this except for, excuse me, one tape, Great Flowers. This is a black metal project from Portland, Oregon. Really good shit. So that was the only thing I knew, and then I just took a gamble on everything else, and it was a good gamble. So Elixir, I had never heard. That is the clear winner. Great Flowers kicks ass. These are weird. I haven't listened to this yet. King of Hex. Looks cool, though. But these... So there's Lord Dunsany, Magic Find, and Ransuer. Lord Dunsany reminds me a lot of Current 93, which is neat. It is a piano being played creepily in what sounds like a big empty room, and there's like stories being narrated. It's fucking unsettling, and I love it. This appears to be on a label identified by this little serpent sigil, which appears also on the Magic Find cassette. This one's cool because it is a repurposed reading of Revelation, or a portion of Revelation anyway, which is neat. And then it too contains serpent sige, and it is printed directly onto what appears to be some kind of like priest resource literature with some handwritten notes about how to be priestly. So that's cool. Music-wise, I would say that explains it pretty well. It's good. It's not terribly noteworthy, but good nonetheless. Cool presentation. This is kind of more of the same, just very bizarre ambient electronic music. But yeah, if you ever are able to come across this and are a fan of that weird, creepy tinkering, then by all means. I got a really great package in the mail that I would like very much to share with you, if I may, as is the nature of our exchange. Come on, beer, do your job. All right. All the way from Huntington, Pennsylvania, from one Scott Padamonski. This excites me. I am excited. This makes me want to go visit Tom Bombadil and have him sing to me how everything's going to be okay. Good old Tom Bombadil. The ring does nothing to him. Very pretty wrapping paper. Ooh. To John from Scott. Thanks, buddy. Hey! Thank you. He said, love your tape vids. So, Scott runs a fucking absolutely magnificent label called Chimney Rocks. What stands out about this label is that they make lathe cut records. What is a lathe cut record, you ask? Scott's gonna tell you. This lathe cut record was made one at a time in real time by an actual person from plexiglass using an experimental process and 70-year-old machines. It is not a pressed record and may have slightly more surface noise or an occasional light distortion in some frequencies, and will sound somewhat different than the original master. The volume will also be a little lower than a modern post-loudness war record, so pump up the volume. It won't be audiophile, but it ought to be listenable and sound pretty good considering the circumstances of its birth. So, as Scott mentions, this is a record that is cut in real time, one at a time, using an old-ass machine, and what you get is this super fucking unique, totally playable record. If you've got a shitty turntable, it's not gonna work very well, but if you have a nice player, it'll get in there, and it's cool as shit. You don't want to listen to these too much. The sound will degrade over time, but if you're a fan of interesting shit, then this is right up your alley. And I got two fucking cool records. So this is a project called Arthuros, dark ambient dungeon synth, and then there is a split record between Amaranth and Nightshade. Ooh, but really ooh, like actually genuinely ooh. You guys need to hop on the old internet machine and give these a whirl if you are a fan of dark ambient synthesizer music, or perhaps comfortable synthesizer music. You already know about these, but in the off chance that you are unfamiliar, do please become familiar. And also check out Chimney Rocks. It's not just a clever name. They do indeed rock. Okay, that's it for me. Me and my beloved wife are going to work our way to the town next over and split a big fucking greasy hamburguesa at a place that we love quite dearly. So, all right, guys, thank you for having me. I'll keep you posted on unemployment. It's pretty fucking cool so far. And yeah, I will no doubt talk to you soon.